Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. My name is DB333, and welcome back to Hearts of Iron 4, Kaiserreich, as Sweden. Now, in the last video, we started off, Black Monday has hit us somewhat hard, so we're working on digging our way out of a hole, and we're also preparing for the upcoming elections in September. So we'll wait and see how that ends up going. Yeah. So let's continue on. Australia's gone syndicalist, so we'll wait and see how they... It looks like they're taking Fiji right now. Yep, they're taking Fiji. Canada's claimed it now, so they're probably going to take it once Australasia collapses. That's not nice. So there goes the Arabian War. We'll see how that goes. I'll give the Saudis the advantage right now. Maybe not actually. Indochina declares independence. Okay. Here we go. Ooh. Speaking of elections, here we are. The election campaign of 1936 has been dominated by underhanded tactics, stirred up emotions, and thinly veiled threats. At this point, the only certainty is that whoever will stand victorious after this election will need to cooperate with others to secure the majority. If the Social Democrats stand to be victorious, and they would follow through with their threat to cooperate with the SSV, serious trouble is to be expected. If Conservatives win instead, Baga will secure his position as the carrier of Lindeman's legacy, but doubt will undoubtedly be sowed about the legitimacy of his election by disgruntled socialists. Well, the SAP has triumphed. There we go, elections at last, address people's plea, yep, all that's bypassed. Finish up all neighbor constructions first. Cabinet Hansen the First. For the second time in history, the first being in 1919, the Swedish Social Democrats, united in their SAP party, have secured a clear electoral victory over our rivals, especially the General Electoral League of Baga. We do not possess an absolute majority, however, and will need to form an alliance with one of the other parties in the Reichstag. During the campaign, already, we left the door open to work together with the radically socialist SSV. I don't know why it says SVV, because it's SSV here, which will likely be the most straightforward path to achieving socialism by democratic means, but it would be a major upset and is likely to bring the Swedish right up in arms. Alternatively, we could form an alliance with the agrarian Bondeforbundet. This would likely require compromise on our vision, but it wouldn't nearly polarize Swedish politics as much. Whichever option we choose, the Lindeman's conservative era seems finally behind us, and a new Sweden shall rise from it. Well, we shall work together towards socialism with the SV. There we are. So we have Mr. Hansen as the head. We have some radical socialists, mostly social democrats, however. And once we finish up the old naval constructions, we'll get working on the opposition victory. Give it a second. There we go. 2 destroyers and 1 light cruiser. Very nice. Now, let's go and do opposition victory. This will automatically bypass. There we go. So let's go ahead and do a coalition of like-minded. We're going to do this, and then we're going to go down public health care, because we have a time limit till about June to get working on this. So, education reform is okay, but we don't need it that badly. Hold on, I need to text my sister to turn the music down, because I'm not trying to catch a copyright strike. Catch a DMCA strike. Alright, so now we got that done. We have outdated equipment. Just these boats. We'll go ahead and finish. Get working on finishing those up. And then, yeah, in time we'll finish the rest of these up. So we got some basic machine tools, mechanical computing. Got a research slot available. We'll do Let's do disperse industry, I suppose. And then... what do we want to do? Let's improve our artillery. Our divisions are starting to look pretty decent now, too. So let's get working on... we got some army experience to modify them, so let's get working on modifying them. We got 19 widths, which is... okay. We'll switch this out as soon as we can to get the full 20 widths going. And I'll see if I can train one or two guys. Ooh, the crisis situation improves. The unemployment level has fallen below 24%. As a result, the Swedish economy is starting to show its first signs of recovery. As more people work, they start spending their salaries again. Although the worst is over, we remain far from pre-crisis levels. Well, it is a start. So, we can go ahead. Let's nationalize a major company. And that'll give another bonus to our... unemployment. And then let's drop a gold standard. Let's print some money. Because I'm sure this is not... printing money has never worked out badly in the history of anything ever. We could borrow more money too, but I think we're good on that. I'll reduce inflation by 5%. I believe you have to have below 8% to close the crisis council, so we'll hold off on Ooh, the crisis situation improves even more. The unemployment level has now fallen below 16%. Many people who were previously stuck at home are finding jobs again. And the situation looks a lot better already compared to earlier. While the effects of crisis can still be felt, a full recovery seems closer than ever. Well, we will survive this, ladies and gentlemen. Actually, maybe let's hold off on, just train one at a time. Still got reinforcements we gotta do, as well as upgrades. So how's our production doing? It's not too bad. Factory buildings going okay. Production, it's kind of dragging a little bit. Well, fall of Shanghai. We got a dance with the Nance coming, it seems. Okay. And the Aussies are being invaded right now. Brisbane has been captured. Oh. How's the revolution working for you guys, huh? Elections in Italy. Now, looks like Fengatang has captured pretty important ports over in China. Now, this is probably going to be one of the last series we do where we get to see China like this. Damn. We can print some extra money. Let's do that. And then let's increase Reichstag interest. And then let's subsidize a resource export. I think it's 12% that if you get the unemployment down to. Yeah, you can wrap up the council. It's 12 or 10%, I forget which one. So we got Coalition of Like-Minded going. Let's go ahead and get some public health care going. And the Soviets are not doing too hot right now. Yeah. Alright, so we got some more dockyards. Free to build stuff. Let's get working on finishing this one up as soon as we can. So got a radio. Figured out the magic of radio. And now what else? Let's get working on our doctrine, actually. Superior firepower. Get some, what was it? Soft attack 20%. That'll be very nice. And how are we doing XP-wise? Are we getting any closer? Not quite yet. Not quite yet. Oh, what did Norway go? I need to check and see. Fuck. Okay. This isn't the worst. If they go, oh, unemployment will be lowered by 2%. Natural tendency of unemployment move towards equilibrium. That's good. If they reform neutrality, we'll be fine. If they go international relations, that means we're going to go down with the king in Ottawa. And when that happens, well, they'll join the Entente, and then we'll have another border to deal with. So Greta Garbo stars in Camille. Greta Garbo stars in the American-produced movie Camille, a romantic drama. Greta Garbo is one of the biggest names in the movie industry, both in Sweden and in the world. The movie is rather harmless and holds a high-quality production, but some of the more conservative elements of our society are most upset. Her clothes are a bit revealing. They are calling for censorship. What should we do? Should send me a ticket. I want to see this. Gotta represent our girls representing us. We gotta let her do so. And we can wrap up the Crisis Commission, so let's go ahead and do that. Get a boost to stability. Yeah. And we still got some time until this video's over, so let's get working first on passing some healthcare, get some more monthly population going. Industrial concern, what do I want to get? Well, this will be a good one to get, but we need to do the LCAB focus. And then we have until June. Might just do forced abdication after this. I'm thinking. Yeah. Probably. Let's get working on finishing this up as soon as possible, because we're going to get some pretty bad malices once we start, and I want to get working on finishing those up as soon as we can. So, interwar artillery. Let's see what, they're doing austerity through the storm. So that's not going to do too much to help them out, I think. We can do construction, though, so let's go ahead and do that. Learn how to build stuff better. Okay, Australasia's... They're up. They're invading. They're holding off invasion in Canberra. So that's good. Yeah, it looks like the Canadians are just weakening themselves a little bit. They did take Fiji. But they're not doing... Yeah, they're just losing troops at this point. They're not doing... Probably not going to... We'll see. We'll stand off in America. Jack Reed. Oh. Dougie took over. Okay. Got the Union State. PSA. We'll see what happens. Who ends up joining who? I think if Dougie joins, a lot of states end up leaving the Union and start joining with the CSA or the AUS. Same with PSA, actually. So the PSA is probably going to get Nevada. We'll just have to wait and see. We got public health care. No national focus. Let's do a forced abdication. Get going on that. Oh, there goes New York City and New Jersey. We'll see what Minnesota and Iowa end up doing. Nevada's joined. Also, how call for European manpower. Looks like we went with Vargas in Brazil. Okay. Oh! You are... Okay, Transmore, I see you. So that might help out the Soviets a little bit, actually. Either that or just help make Russia more powerful and cripple Japan. So we'll have to wait and see, I guess. Okay. And there goes the Second American Civil War. We'll see if Canada... Yep, Canada sees New England. Right off the bat, too. Didn't even wait for it. Well, the CSA is actually kind of folding in kind of quickly. Well, final sentence of a solid gang. In the summer of last year, a gang by the name of Sigvard Nielsen Thurneman, a name he added himself presumably because it's an anagram for manhunter, was arrested for a murder. Soon the investigation reached nationwide front news as it turned out the gang was not only guilty of murders dating all the way back to 1931, but also because it was ran more or less like an occult group and went under the nickname The Magic Circle. The leader and the conspirators were sentenced in court the other day, most of them to life in prison, but the leader was considered so mentally ill that he was sentenced to close psychiatric care. Many people are outraged and would have wanted to see Sigvard Nielsen Thurneman put away for good. I don't want to fuck with the courts. Let's just let their decision stand. Oh, they are reaffirming neutrality. Let's go. Okay. So, once we get that figured out, I have a cheeky little... I guess it's a strategy to help expand our, Alright, you guys stop exercising, I should say. Line up. Get a front line going there. We'll put 2 guys there, and then the rest of you get on the main Norwegian border. What are their divisions looking like? Can we get a look? 3 to 5 infantry as well as some military police. So not the best. Okay. Let's get back to working on doctrines. So it's going to have to do with what path we're going down with forced abdication. I'll expand a little bit once we get there. I'll keep you guys in a little bit of suspense. For now, I'll just put it like that. It's a little cheeky strategy I figured out. I was really going to use it, because I've tried this series out a little bit before, actually. It just unfortunately didn't work. I was going to use it on Finland before, in order to hopefully force my way to get Åland. But, it works on Norway, too, just to help secure our border and get a little ally going for us. So we'll get working on that. Korean Uprising. Okay. Well... things just really aren't that good for Transamore. Or the Japanese right now, are they? How are things working on the Soviet front? Yeah, they're kind of getting pushed back. Still. Even with the split. Well, it's not preferable. They're still holding on to Moscow. But yeah, we'll wait and see. How many troops does Japan have? Oh, that's not the button I meant to press. Tab. They could maybe do it. Maybe. Fang and Tang's only in War of Korea right now, though, so I don't know. The abolition of monarchy. One of the conditions of the SSV was that the monarchy be abolished. According to them, this ancient institution was a mere tool of reactionaries to hold Sweden back from advancing to socialism. The SAP was mostly indifferent to this standpoint, and its outright Republican wing was small, but eventually the desire to rule with fellow socialists won out. Since the instruments of government, which serves as a Swedish constitution, can be amended by a simple majority in the Riksdag, now commanded by the SAP-SSV coalition, this was easily enacted. Despite the unanimous opposition and harsh condemnation by the Gostabaga and his General Electoral League, now an opposition party, well, hopefully this will be worth the trouble. We'll have to see in the next video, though, ladies and gentlemen, because I'm going to have to cut it here. So thank you guys for watching. If you liked, go and like. If not, feel free to dislike. If you want to see more of my content in the future, go ahead and hit that subscribe button for more uploads every weekday as well as every Saturday. If you have any comments, feedback, concerns, anything of the sort, go leave in the comment section below. I read all the comments I get and I appreciate any and all feedback you kind folks might have for me. If you want to support me financially, I got a Patreon link below. You can send a few bucks my way if you're so inclined. If you can't or you don't want to, I do understand, but it is the only way I can make money off this, so I'd appreciate it if you could. Also have a Discord link below if you want to check it out. We can chat, play games, just have a fun old time generally. That's about it, folks. My name has been DB333, and I will see you guys next time. Thank you and goodbye.